Hello, Chrissy family. Hello. I'm going to give the system a few minutes to adjust and for everybody to slowly start coming on. I'm Natasha. For those of you who haven't practiced with me last week, I'm Natasha. I'm a yoga teacher. I live in Brooklyn, New York City. So welcome to my home in Brooklyn, New York City, where we have a rainy day. Yes, thumbs up. Good. We have connection. We can hear and you can hear and see me. Very good. So the series that we're doing with Chrissy, we decided together, they're called Deepen Your Breath to Calm Your Mind. And I talked last week about the whole connection between diving and yoga, and a lot of you divers out there and just yoga practitioners in general will know about those connections, and they seem very natural. And when I myself am not a professional diver, but I love the underwater world, and I'm very much a water person. So I feel there are many connections in the practice. And I think I mentioned this last time, that the practice for all of us is different, right? For me, is my yoga practice. For you divers out there, is your diving, right? You go in the water, you dive, you calm your mind, and you actually calm your breath, and you have that, right? You take that inhale and you stop the breath, and all of a sudden there's, right, the rest of the world is out there on the shore, and you're there with your breath in the water and in the ocean, and it's just you and the nature around you. Sounds amazing right now. For all of us being indoors for so long, wherever you are around the world, maybe you are lucky to have a beach next to you and you can go and dive. But for us here in New York City, we've been pretty much indoors. So any kind of even thought of going under the water or being in an ocean feels like a soft stroke. So today, I would like to work on today in our 30-minute practice, I'm going to try to talk less and do more. And specifically, we'll continue with working on, opening the shoulders and the heart area, which is basically like a natural antidepressant, right? Naturally, right now, we're kind of going into this mode because a lot of us are on devices a lot, on our computers, watching TV and listening to the news, and just your natural tendency is to go this way. And when we're here, it's really hard to take a deep breath. Like if you try to take a deep breath when your lungs and your rib cage is collapsed like that, it's kind of hard. It just doesn't feel natural. And then naturally, unconsciously has an effect on our mind, right? Our body and mind, they talk to each other. So naturally, this tendency does not necessarily have a positive effect on our mind as well, and on our emotional state. So it's really great in any way we can to open the heart and open the shoulders. Hello to South Africa, Forza Cresi, Egypt, all beautiful. Underwater is heavenly. Yes, Jackie, I agree. We all wish we could be underwater right now. Hello from Greece. Oh, nice. Uruguay. Wow, all over the world. Okay, before I'm going to go at the end, when we finish the practice, I'm going to go back to our chat and we'll do little comments, and you can post any questions that you might have. But for right now, make your way onto your mat. And if you don't have a mat at home, you're fine. Just find a surface that you can lie on. It could be your rug that you have in your living room, or a towel if you don't necessarily have a mat. And today, later on at the end of the practice, we will do a breathing exercise, which is called Bellomo. It's one of my favorite breathing exercises in yoga. But I'm going to talk about it later. But what Bellomo does, we'll talk about separating the breath, but I'll talk about this later. Let's, for right now, just come onto our mat. and we're actually going to start on our back. So go ahead to plant your feet, bend your knees, and come to lie down on your mat or whatever support you have. And you're going to separate your feet and bring your inner knees together to touch. And then open your arms here wide into T or cactus. And before we start moving, close your eyes here for a moment. And as you close your eyes, notice the natural movement of your breath. The natural inhale and the natural exhale. Again, natural inhale, natural exhale. Take one more conscious inhale here, conscious exhale. And then slowly flutter your eyes open if they're closed. You're going to take an inhale here. Keep your feet mat distance, but on your exhale, just windshield wipe your knees to the left. Let them roll over to the left as much as they naturally do. Inhale, you're going to come through center. Exhale, let your knees roll over to the right. We'll do that again. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Now stay here. Keep your feet mat distance apart. Just the knees are rolling over to the right. And then slowly left palm glides over to the right, and you're going to roll all the way to your right side. And then let's reach our right arm up and above us so we kind of create a pillow with our right upper arm, and you can rest your earlobe on your right arm, and left fingertips support you in front of you. Now keep your right knee bent in front of you, but you're going to reach through your left heel diagonally to the left, like you want to touch that left corner of your mat behind you. Yeah? But have your hips dialing forward. And as you reach through the left heel, reach your left fingertips diagonally forward in front of you. So diagonally over above you to the opposite corner of the mat. So I'm reaching my left heel away from me as I reach the left fingertips away from the left heel, as if I want to stretch myself longer. Take one more inhale here, and then on your exhale, slowly draw your left knee to meet the right, bending the knees in front of you, and then reach your left arm up and above you. Exhale your left arm over to the left, coming into like a light twist. And it's okay if that left knee lifts, right? I don't want to come into any deep twisting just yet. And slowly allow your gaze to roll over the left shoulder as you exhale your left shoulder to the ground. We'll take a full inhale here. Full exhale. Now take an inhale here. And on your exhale, slowly roll all the way over onto your back. Now you're going to plant your feet again, mat distance apart, and allow your inner knees to touch. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, windshield wipe your knees to the left. I'm just going to let them roll over to the left. And then right palm slowly slides all the way to find the left palm. And I turn myself onto my left hip. I'm going to reach my left arm above me just to find a little support underneath my left earlobe for my head. And then reach your right heel diagonally to the right over that right edge of the mat. And reach your right fingertips diagonally over to the top left corner of your mat here. And I'm literally reaching myself apart and finding more length through this side body, the space between my right rib and my right hip. Take one more full inhale here, and then exhale, bend the knee, draw the knees together to touch, and open your right arm over to the right, and fly your arms open here as you turn your heart over and gaze over the right shoulder. We'll take a full inhale here, full exhale. Let's take one more inhale here. And then slowly on your exhale, roll back onto your back and hug, and make sure your hips are in line with your shoulders here. And then hug your knees into the chest. Squeeze the thighs in. Reach your right arm up and over you. Roll to your right side, planting your left palm down. Press yourself up to seated. And just for a moment, come to sit on your shins. If sitting on your shins is uncomfortable, just sit in whatever way is comfortable for you. And reach your arms in front of you like you're telling somebody to stop. Don't dive here. It's a non-diving zone. Okay, so and flex your palms so you're really drawing your fingers towards your forearm here. And then turn the palms out like you're trying to turn a doorknob or a jar to open. And keep turning the palms out until maybe the fingers turn down and kind of the pinkies want to turn towards each other. And notice how one arm will want to keep on rotating and one arm be like, no, that's it. So just notice how one shoulder mobility might be a little different than the other. And then turn them back towards each other. All right, this was an open chain movement. And we're going to do the closed chain movement. So plant your palms down as you come onto all fours and walk your hands right underneath your shoulders here, and knees are right underneath your hips. Now, I'm not going to move my hands, but I'm going to do the same motion. So I'm going to spread the palms, spread the fingers, and then imagine you want to dial that jar underneath your hands to open, but keep your palms glued to the earth. And keep dialing that jar to open, and notice how your elbows will wrap back, your upper arm will wrap back. And naturally, you're going to create a little back bend, and you're going to reach your heart forward as you arch the spine. Take a full inhale here. And then on your exhale, dial those jars to close as you round the back of your spine to sky. Again, inhale, pull the sternum forward, dialing your heart forward. Exhale, round. Do one more full inhale, dial those jars to open, pull the sternum forward. Exhale to round back, ribs to sky. On your inhale, come into neutral spine. Exhale, send your hips back towards your heels, like a child's pose. We're not really going to stay here for too long, reaching your fingertips forward. You're going to take a full inhale here, and then exhale, slowly roll up to sit on your shins. I'm going to turn towards you so you can see better what I'm doing. And walk your shins together to touch. And now we kind of did this, right? We're doing this. So I'm going to stay with that. Reach your right palm forward. I'm going to turn my fingers out and just notice how that rotates the upper arm and the shoulder blades comes into the back. You keep that and plant that right palm in line with your right knee to the side. And slowly step your left foot out. So my right palm is planted. Step your left foot out and bring your left hand onto your left hip. Now keep dialing that jar to open with your hand and let that travel up your upper arm and see if naturally, right, it travels into the back of your shoulder blade as you turn the heart, the gaze to the sky. Press into your left foot. And then reach your left arm up and over you. Keep dialing your heart, your right armpit towards the ceiling. One more inhale here. And then exhale, slowly unwind the heart towards the right. You're going to step your left shin down. Roll your spine over your thighs and just make yourself small like a little ball, swimming your arms by your side. You take an inhale here. And then on your exhale, ground your tailbone as you slowly roll through your spine up to seated. Now reach your left palm forward like you're telling someone to stop. Turn the palm out. So I'm turning the fingers out. I'm going to slowly plant the palm in line with my left knee. So my left palm plants. And then step your right foot out. Now gaze towards that hand. Imagine you want to dial the jar to open underneath that left palm. And see how that left upper arm rotates. Now slowly open and turn the heart towards the ceiling. Reach your right palm up, then reach your right arm up and above you. Ground into your right heel more as you reach your right palm up and above you more. One more inhale here, and then exhale, unwind, turning the heart down. Bend the right knee in and roll your spine over your thighs. We'll take an inhale here, and then exhale, slowly roll back up to seated. As you roll back up to seated, rock forward onto all fours again, hands underneath your shoulders. Spread the palms, spread the fingers, dial your elbows back, tuck your left toes under, tuck whichever side you're on, tuck your other toes under and step into plank. Reach your sternum forward as you inhale, but on your exhale, lift your hips up and back and come into downward facing dog. For those of you who are new to yoga, this is the most famous yoga position called downward facing dog. Now let's bend the knees here for a moment just to really find length through the spine. Ground into your palms, but lift your hip creases up and back as if somebody is lifting your hips up and back more away from your palms. Keep this length and then slowly ground your right heel towards the ground any amount, keeping the left knee bent. And then exhale, bend through both knees and switch. Right heel bend. Inhale through center. Exhale, right heel to the ground. Inhale through center. Exhale, left heel to the ground. One more. Inhale through center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. And then inhale, come through center. Exhale, reach both heels to the ground. And then inhale, slowly lift your heels. And on your exhale, you're going to walk your feet towards your hands and take it really nice and slow. Like, I don't know, it's a beautiful sunny day and you're walking down the beach and the ocean is perfect. The breeze is nice and you got no other place you need to be. So really take your time here. And as you step yourself to the top of your mat, I'm going to separate my feet here, sitting bones distance apart. So if I put two fists in between my feet, that's my sitting bones distance. Give a bend to the knees so you can start releasing your torso over your thighs. And maybe the hands are on the ground, maybe they're not, really not important. And gently rock your head yes and no here, dangling the crown of the head towards the earth. That's it. On your next inhale, bring your hands onto your shins and reach your gaze and your sternum forward. On your exhale, keep the knees bent as you roll your torso over your thighs. Ground your heels and then slowly roll your spine one vertebra at a time up to stand. So I'm dropping my sitting bones. I'm rolling one vertebra at a time all the way up to stand, allowing the crown of the head to be the last thing to lift. On your inhale, reach your right arm up and above you. And then imagine you want to reach up and pick up an apple above you. So really reach up through your right arm so much that your right shoulder lifts, your right rib cage lifts away from the right hip. Take one more inhale here. On your exhale, reach your right arm over to the left. And then slowly come forward as you fold over your legs again. Inhale, sternum reaches forward, hands come on shins. Exhale, bend your knees, step your right foot way back. Plant your right palm down and reach your left palm to sky, coming into light twist. And you can come onto fingertips here if you feel like you need more space. Lean back to the heart. Open that left shoulder, right? Draw your left palm back. Inhale, reach your left palm forward. Exhale, step back into downward facing dog, lifting the hips. Inhale, roll forward into plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin to the ground. Inhale, pull your sternum forward, coming into baby cobra. Untuck your toes. Exhale, press back through all fours, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. On your inhale, reach your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, turn your right toes out to the side, but keep the leg extended. And then stretch your right toe, reach your right heel away from your right wrist, like you want to find more length to that whole right side body. One more inhale here. And then exhale, turn the toes down, draw the knee in, and step your right foot forward. And if this is stepping forward, just grab a hold of the heel and step the foot way forward inside of your right palm. Lower the back knee down, bring your hands onto your front thigh, and lift the heart. And as you lift the heart, press your right palm into the thigh. So allow the knee to bend. And for today, I'm going to allow you to just kind of allow the front of the body to be soft. Then reach your left palm to sky. And then keep reaching through your left hand as you bend the front knee and press the thigh away from you. And keep reaching through your left hand more, and bend the front knee. And you might feel a nice stretch here on the left side body. So take one more inhale here, reach up, maybe even gaze towards your left fingertips. Exhale, hand to the ground, back knee lift. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step forward and forward fold over your legs. Inhale, sternum reaches forward. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, ground into the heels, and slowly roll one vertebra at a time all the way up to stand. Your crown lifts left. Inhale, reach your left palm to sky, and stay here as you exhale. Reach the palm further up, like you want to pick up something like an apple that is really high above you. Keep reaching through your left hand. On your exhale, reach your left palm up and over to the right. And then exhale slowly forward as you fold over your legs. Inhale, sternum reaches forward, hands on shins. Exhale, bend your knees, step your left foot way back. Reach your right palm to sky into a light twist. And that left palm can plant on the ground. Press into your back foot. And lean back to the heart. Open the front of the heart more. On your inhale, reach your right arm forward. Exhale, step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the ground. Inhale, baby cobra. Pull the sternum forward, untug the toes. Exhale, press back through all fours, downward facing dog. Let's take an inhale here. Lift the hips up and back. And a full exhale. Inhale, reach your left leg high. Exhale, turn the toes out to the left and lift the heel. More. One more inhale here. And then exhale, turn the toes down, draw the knee in and step the foot forward. And then you can grab a hold of your left foot and step it way forward inside of your left palm. Lower the back knee down, untug the toes. Inhale, hands on the front thigh to lift the heart. Ground into your left heel, bend the front knee more, and just allow the front of the body to be soft. And then reach your right palm to sky more. And keep reaching up through your right hand like crazy. Reach up more. One more full inhale to reach up, and then exhale, hand to the ground. Inhale, back knee lift. Exhale, step forward, fold over legs. You're going to inhale, sternum reaches forward. Exhale, fold, full exhale. And then slowly bend your knees, ground into your heels, and roll one vertebra at a time all the way up to stand. On your inhale, reach your arms up and above you. And on your exhale, reach your hands back and interlace your fingers behind you. And interlace the fingers, draw the shoulder blades together on the back, lift the chest up as you inhale, and then exhale, forward fold over your legs, reach your knuckles up and over you. And there can be a bend to the knees here. Now bend your knees deeply as you inhale, come halfway up, reach the knuckles back, reach your heart straight forward. Exhale, hands to the ground. Step into plank as you inhale. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down onto your belly. I'm going to slide back so my forehead is on the mat. Untuck your toes. Reach your hands back, interlace your fingers again behind you. Now, I'm going to press my pubic bone down and lengthen my toe bone back, drawing the belly to spine. Reach back through your toes more and draw the shoulder blades together on the back. Inhale, lift the gaze. Lift the heart. Keep reaching back through your toes, like you want to reach your knuckles towards your inner heels. So take one more inhale here. Now lift the toes off the ground as well. And then exhale, release to the ground, hands underneath shoulders. Actually, we're going to stay here and just rock your hips left and right a little to release the lower back. And then even bend the knees here and windshield wipe your knees a little left and right. Letting go. Okay, and then slowly extending the legs back. Reach your right arm up and above you and roll onto your right side and slowly roll all the way onto your back. Yeah, so we're just rolling on our back. However gracefully you can do that. As you roll onto your back, plant your feet, separate your feet as wide as the mat, inner knees touch. We're back where we started. Open your arms wide and petite. We're just facing a different way. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, windshield wipe your knees to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, come to center. Exhale to the left. And then slowly draw the knees together to touch all the way over on the left side. And they might be hovering away from each other like mine are. That is totally fine. Coming a little deeper into the twist, you can turn the gaze over the right shoulder. We'll take a full inhale here. And then slowly on your exhale, roll back onto the mat. You're going to slide your right foot to the right edge of the mat here. Take an inhale here, so my feet are again mat distance apart. Exhale, windshield wipe your knees to the right. And then slowly draw your left knee on top of the right as you turn the gaze over the left shoulder. And take a full inhale here. Full exhale. One more inhale. And then slowly on your exhale, roll back onto your mat. Make sure you align your hips with your shoulders. And then gently hug your knees into the chest and give yourself a squeeze. You can rock a little left and right, massaging your sacrum on your mat. And keeping the knees wide, I'm going to bring my arms inside of my thighs here for a happy baby. So I reach my heels towards the sky. I'm going to either grab a hold of the pinky blades of the feet, or I can grab a hold of my ankles if the pinky blades of the feet feel too far. You can rock a little left and right. And lengthen the sacrum away from the crown of the head. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, bring the soles of the feet together to touch. And slowly release this wide shape to the ground. So my knees are wide and the soles of the feet are touching. Just land here for a moment. And then slowly extend one leg at a time down the mat. Bending your arms here by your side, turn the palms towards the ceiling, finding Shavasana. And find an exhale here. And we're going to finish here in Shavasana with this Bellomo breathing exercise. And you don't have to look, you don't have to see, just listen to me. So Bellomo is a 3-part breath. And we separate the breath. And you're going to hear me say, inhale into your collarbones. Then you will inhale into the rib cage, thinking about kind of the solar plexus and the lower outer ribs. And then the third inhale is going to go down into the belly. And this is all going to happen on one inhale, so you don't have to do it just yet. Just listen. And imagine I'm going to imagine the breath is like I'm sipping a hot tea, and I can't really inhale fast. So I'm sipping it nice and slow to extend my inhale. So that being said, take a full inhale here and a full exhale. And then inhale a third of your breath into your collarbones. Inhale a third of your breath into your side rib solar plexus. Inhale a third of your breath into your belly. And then exhale fully. And then take 3 regular breaths, your natural flow of the breath. So when I'm inhaling, it's a one inhale that is separated in 3 parts, right? And then the exhale is just a regular deep exhale. Now let's take one more regular inhale here. And a regular long exhale. And inhale into the collarbones. Inhale into the solar plexus, lower ribs. Inhale into the belly. Full exhale. Take 3 regular breaths. Inhale and exhale. One more regular inhale and regular exhale. And then inhale a third of the breath in the collarbone. Pause. Inhale a third of the breath into your solar plexus, low ribs. Pause. Inhale a third of the breath into your belly. Pause. Full exhale. And take 3 long regular breaths. Letting go. And slowly, whenever you're ready, wiggle your toes. You can reach your arms up and above you and give yourself a morning stretch. And then take your time to bend the knees in, plant the feet, rolling to your right side. Pause here for a moment. And then pressing your left palm down to press yourself up to seated. Okay, I'm going to come closer towards you. Went a little over time. Let me know how you feel. So we were working on extending our inhales today, and that usually helps to bring the energy up. Yes, you're calmer, but it also helps to bring the energy up a little bit, which I felt I kind of needed today. A rainy day in New York. And next time we'll work again with lengthening the exhales. We'll do the similar practice, but we'll work on lengthening the exhales, and that will calm your energy. So it's better to do towards the end of the day, for example. Lengthening the inhales in the morning, lengthening the exhales in the evening. Just a suggestion. Hi from Argentina. Hello. Oh, so thank you so much for all of you staying with me and practicing with me. I hope that helped you feel a little more embodied and a little calmer, and it helped to open the shoulders and the heart area. We will be again here next Friday, and we will work on lengthening the exhales again and do some other fun stuff. Okay. Hi, Theo. Cheers. Yes, looking forward to next week as well. Feeling nicely stretched, Suzanne. I'm happy that helped. Yes, if you have any suggestions or I'm like, oh my God, I have this lower back thing. Can we do something for the lower back or whatever it is? Like if anything comes to mind, please drop it in the chat and I'll try to work it into the next time. But otherwise, I'll see you next week and we'll do some more fun stuff. I'm going to stay here for 5 more minutes or a couple more minutes if anybody else has any comments or anything they want to share. I also wanted to let you know if you ever want to, get in contact with me, if you have any questions, anything that you want to discuss, you can follow me on Instagram. My handle is NATASABABICNYC. So NATASABABICNYC. Oh, good, Liz. I'm happy you feel good. See you next week. Um, and yes, you can also look at my website and reach out to me that way. You'll have an email on my website. My website is natasayoga.com. Bye, Gaston. Thank you for practicing. Awesome. Okay, so I'm slowly gonna get off the live feed, and I hope to see you next week, and we'll do some more fun stuff next week. Okay, be well, stay well, and remember, when all else fails, breathe. Deeper breath. Okay, take care. See y'all soon.